All right, thank you so much for staying tuned. While we went on that short break, Honorable Victor Oyakilome joined us on the show. Honorable Victor is a grassroots politician and also a chieftain in the PDP. Good morning, Honorable Victor.
Good morning, my brother. Thank you for having me.
Okay, you had the floor before Honorable Victor stepped in. We're talking about politicians carrying out charity during elections, and we don't see that happen after the elections more often.
Yes, like I was saying before now, what you just said is true, because I am sure, if I'm not mistaken, one of the reasons why you ask this question is based on the feelers you have gotten from the masses. It's actually the correct complaint that politicians do not continue the act of charity, in quotes, that they do when they are campaigning for a particular, or they are vying for a particular position. You see, that is what we are. You see, this particular 2023 election, this period of campaign where Labour Party has come in, it's a different ball game. You see people bringing out their own money to sponsor campaign. You see people bringing out their own money to buy wrappers for women. Not necessarily politicians doing this. You see people doing all stuffs. I was at Ring Road at the 1 million march for one of the presidential candidates recently, the Labour Party candidates, and I see people bringing out money to buy pure water, drinks, and throwing it into the air for anybody that can catch and drink and refresh their energy.
But we've also seen the Labour Party have backlash from people saying that they also have people supporting them financially.
If you say people supporting them financially, is it the politician that's supporting them? No. Okay. That is the point.
Okay, I will get back to you. I know, Jerry Brown, you want to say something before we quickly get to Honorable Victor.
There's an adage that says a deaf man can never be told there's a riot going on in the marketplace.
Okay, this seems like violence now.
No, not at all.
This is your adage.
Was there any election in Edo State the year 2021?
Okay.
Yes or no?
You are asking the question.
I'm asking the question.
So go ahead.
Doctor, was there any election 2021 in Edo State?
No. Honorable Jerry, you don't have right to ask them questions.
Okay.
I'm the anchor.
Okay, you are the anchor.
And I've asked you the question, so you are under obligation to give us an answer.
Okay.
And if you don't, we move to the next.
In 2021, there's a man, Odia Omeke.
We shouldn't mention names.
He's not a politician. He's not contesting.
Let's not just mention names. Can we just try not to mention names?
Sorry for that.
Let's try.
Yes, this young man brought 80,000 liters of overhead tank with 32 panels of solar inverter system, giving the people of Idumeka, Idumogo, Uhe, what for? Free water since 2020-21 to date. They are still fetching the water free.
You say he is not a politician.
He is not contesting election.
But our concern is the politics. Our major concern now
is the politician. He's not contesting any election.
Okay.
He's a politician. He's not contesting any election.
Okay.
But he brought water for his people. My brother, it's not when there are some politicians, seasoned politicians, that give out during election. They do charity. They give heaven and earth. We call that political ifianyagbe in this land. Yes.
I don't know what that means.
No, he knows.
But you need to let us know what that means, because we have viewers all over the world.
Political ifianyagbe means they are just doing that to raise their shoulder.
Ifianyagbe.
Yes, political ifianyagbe.
All right, I think I've learned one word now. Political ifianyagbe. Okay.
You said we should not mention names.
We are not mentioning names.
It was unfortunate I mentioned some names before.
Yes.
These persons,
and we've taken that down.
Yes, these persons have given cars to boosting security activities in Esan land. Some persons have built. Erosion took a particular man's house in Uromi. A young man built 2-bedroom for the man. Ugboha, Erosion took down another person's house. A young man built another 2-bedroom. A man, early last year, went to Esan land, the 5 local government. He paid for WAEC, NECO, JAMB. Some persons were having problems in AAU. He sought out their school fees activities. He was not contesting any election last year. That is charity work. But today, because he's contesting, people will now be referring back to that last year activities, that he's doing it because he wants to contest because he's contesting election. No.
Okay.
It's from his mind.
From the heart.
That was the reason I made an example about Apostle Johnson Suleiman. You now said because he's a clergy. Fine, but he's not a politician. My Oga, there are all of us now been in here with the people dey this town. They get money pass governor. They no go do the charity.
So in other words, you are saying giving is an act.
Yeah, it's your mind.
It's of the mind. It's a mindset.
Definitely.
I'm going to take that to the bank.
Yes.
So let's get to Victor Oyakhilome. Now, a particular candidate made a statement concerning ethnicity. And some people feel there's nothing wrong with the ethnic statement made by that candidate. What's your take on that?
Yeah, firstly, I want to thank you for having me here.
You're welcome.
This is a campaign season, this campaign era. I need a lift ban on campaign. Where that should be case person mention things. So at least we are allowed because INEC has lift ban.
First and foremost, I apologize for coming late.
I'm sorry for coming late.
So we are talking about building a good Nigeria, a better Nigeria.
Yes,
So go.
For what you said, if not for political differences, basically there was nothing wrong in what the presidential candidate said. He was talking to his people, and he was making his people to understand that I have traversed all over the country, all over the states in Nigeria. I have built bridges across these states that I have visited. So what you people need now, where I am from, what you people, you are my people, I am your own son. What you people need now is your own son who have built a smooth and good relationship with all the states in Nigeria is what you people need to lead you people. So to me, if not for politics, I don't see anything wrong with it. If I am to talk to my people now, let's assume I want to contest tomorrow now, I will tell them perhaps I live in Abuja, I have a good relationship with all MDs in Abuja, with companies, shareholders and all that. So, you know, I have a good relationship with them that if I am being elected, they are going to partner with me. So, I am your own son. You people need me even more than how those people might have needed me. I don't think you understand.
But to an extent, he said you don't need an Igbo candidate.
That is what I'm.
You don't need somebody from the southwest. We are not
mentioning.
mentioning.
Igbo and Yoruba. I don't want to do that.
We just mention tribes.
Yes, but what I'm saying, like I said in quote, he was addressing his people.
Okay.
So he was telling them, I have traversed all over the states. In quote, I have built bridges. I have relationships, smooth one, across all the 36 states. So what you need now should not be another tribe, perhaps, who don't have such relationship with all these states. Take it or leave it, that presidential candidate will take this state. The vote, he had 80% in the back already for him. That's
where the PVC will determine that.
That's what I'm telling you now, because the PVC have already proven it before. So what I'm telling you is not an Igbo man that has that good relationship with the Nigerians per se, or a Yoruba man. I am your son. I am the one you people need to give your vote, because these people will also vote for me. That is very simple and clear.
Okay, let's come to Dr. Edosa. Dr. Edosa, now should religion and ethnicity determine the outcome of this election, going by what he's trying to portray here?
In the history of Nigeria, religion and ethnicity is one key thing that the politicians use to, convince or even confuse the voters. I don't think religion and ethnicity should be a major campaign factor or campaign slogan. This is because politics should be issue-based, not bringing in religious sentiments, not bringing in tribal sentiments. It should be issue-based. We have problems in Nigeria. Tell us how you intend, identify the problem, tell us how you intend to solve them. Because if you have the political will, if you have what it takes to solve problems of Nigerian state, then nobody will look at your religion, nobody will look at your what? Your tribe. What we are interested in is what you have to solve the problems of Nigerians, irrespective of your tribe or your religion.
Okay.
That is what politics should be like in Nigeria.
Okay.
Take religion out of it. Take tribes out of it. Because we have been working on religion and tribal sentiment. I don't like when people say,
I think it's not healthy for us.
Our own. It doesn't sound, who is not your own? We are all Nigerians. Who is not your own? Say, this is one of our own. That's tribal sentiment.
Okay.
That's religious sentiment. You say, okay, this one are Christian, vote for, make sure say now because he be Christian, vote for him. Does he have what it takes to solve the problems and the issues that is ravaging our country? There's problem of insecurity. Look at flood that happened recently. People are dying. There is problem of hunger. The economy is bad. We need a candidate who has what it takes to solve the problems.
Okay.
Whether he's a Christian or a Muslim or irrespective of his tribe, does he have solution to Nigerian problems?
Okay.
And that's what we stand for.
I think Honorable Victor, you are concurring to what he just said.
I am not concurring to what he does his opinion.
Okay.
I also have mine. He might also
I saw your facial expression while he was talking, so I don't know. I don't know if you wanted to react to that, but let's get to Jerry Brown. Now, Jerry Brown, we've heard some of the candidates give their manifesto. All right. One of them said he's the unifier. He's going to unify Nigeria. And another one said that we should go beyond consumption to production. And another one came recently and said hope is here. And he actually said they should give him a trial, because he got what it takes.
But one said is
Jerry Brown has the floor, Honorable Victor. So now, does manifesto determine the outcome of an election?
Thank you very much.
For the candidates?
Thank you very much. First and foremost, when a political party is not organized, that means the candidate manifesto is not so organized. Where you see some political party with two different candidates in one particular position. That is an aberration of the highest order. One, let me tell you the truth. We have 3 presidential candidates now.
No, we have others. There are others.
Okay, we have others.
So many.
So many. But if I'm saying we have 3, you know what I mean.
No, you will not underrate the other ones.
Okay, I'm not underrating
they are very much important to the
we
election.
have a lot of presidential.
We have about 18.
18 of
so,
them.
but three, one have been a governor, 2 have been a governor, 1 have been a vice president. Deeply inside your heart, can you, deeply inside your heart, as a Christian or a Muslim, when these 3 persons govern, check the way of their governance and the states they governed. Deeply inside your heart. Deeply inside your heart.
I don't know the rationale behind your smile.
No. I'm coming, sir. 3 of the presidential candidates, 2 were executive governor of a state. 1 was a vice president. A governor of a state, we knew how the state was. This was also a governor of a state. We knew how that state was. A vice president of a country, we knew that same time a particular location was stopped going to a state. My brother, we know what we are saying. The truth is this. Social media activities, social media campaign, 100 million march will not determine. What will determine that very day? The past way of governance.
Past way of governance. Okay.
What this man have done.
Okay.
That is the simple truth.
Well, the way this young man is boiling, let's just take your reaction. Then I'll come to you. Go ahead.
Let me come to him.
No. That is his opinion.
That's his opinion.
All right, he has right to his opinion. So you tell us your own.
This this major four-force presidential candidate, 3 were executive governors.
Okay.
Now, if we are to go by their previous antecedents,
2, 1, 1.
Jerry Brown. Victor, no, Victor has the floor.
So,
And like I said, try not to mention names in your response.
So,
Thank you.
So, like 3 were
Yes,
former governors. Now, the vice president, who was the vice president then and who happened to be the candidate now, while they were leaving office in 2007, all the debt Nigeria was owing, they cleared up before they left the office. There was nothing like insecurity, except the few ones that was coming from a few part of East and some part of South, which is the Niger Delta. Now, if can somebody, we bought to tell Nigeria between 2007 to 2015, and from 2015 to 2022 that we are now, that things has getting worse.
Okay.
Then then a dollar was 160 naira as of 2015. As I am speaking to you today, yesterday a dollar is 745 naira.
Okay.
It means this present government, what they owe Nigeria now is an apology. They don't deserve vote from Nigeria.
No.
So
Well, it's your opinion.
that's my
That is your
opinion.
opinion.
That's my opinion.
That is your opinion.
Yeah, my
Jerry
opinion
Brown,
is-
Yes.
Jerry Brown, on the show we allow people have their say, all right?
Okay.
Is this time? So please go ahead and talk.
My opinion is this present government, they have failed Nigeria across all board, from top to bottom.
Do you have the statistics?
Very, very.
In what areas? 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 In what areas, Victor Yakilome? Okay.
Like insecurity now.
Yeah.
In 2015, between 2007 to 2015, the only area Boko Haram, was operating was in part of Borno State, just a particular local government. But as I am talking to you, so all the northeast state, you can't go there. You can't go there if you are not having the maximum security. It was at that the #1 citizen of this state was attacked at a time the Federal Capital Territory was attacked. All the schools, even while ASU was...
If you say the #1 citizen of the
I'm
state,
talking about the president, sir.
okay, let's make
His
it clear.
convoy was attacked, sir.
If you say the state,
He's the number
if you
one
say the
citizen.
state, some viewers may think you are
sorry.
referring to the
number one
state
citizen of this
governor.
country.
All right, let's
I'm
make it
talking
clear.
Yes, I'm talking Mr. President.
That's what I talked about,
Oh,
statistics.
thank you, sir. So,
All right.
Now, the Federal Capital Territory was attacked. Even while ASU was on strike, that our students, university students, they were at home for a period of 7 months. Even schools in Abuja, primaries, nursery, crèche, and secondary, they were also on their strike because of insecurity.
Okay. All right.
Now, bag of rice that used to be 7,500, as I speak to you, is 38,000 naira. Transportation from Benin to Lagos there was 1,800. As I'm talking to you now, is 12,000. So this government, they owe Nigeria apology. I am saying it without fear nor favor.
Okay, I'll get back to you.
Thank you very much.
Edosa, Dr. Edosa. Now, there have been global economic meltdown. It's a global issue. And do you think it's as a result of bad governance that we have hike in prices of goods?
There are a lot of issues. There are a lot of things that can affect the economy of a nation, right? But you cannot completely rule out bad leadership, failure of, leadership, because policies. There are economic policies. There are policies that, controls how goods and services are exchanged. There are policies that affect currency exchange, like you see dollar compared to naira is going up by the day. But you see, I keep telling people this. You must, when you are comparing economy, when you are comparing things, the previous administration compared to this administration, stuff like that, I do not totally agree with that. The first thing you must tell yourself is, you must compare people's performance against a standard. When we say standard, let me give an example of a standard.
Go ahead.
A ruler is a standard of measurement in centimeters. So if you want to say this thing is short of a particular length, how do you prove that? Put it against a standard, a ruler. When you compare previous government and this government, and you say they are not, the economy is better, it's not true. I will tell you why. As at the time the previous government were there, Nigerians were complaining. It got worse anyways, to say it got worse. But what is the standard? Should Nigerian naira, is it impossible for Nigerian naira to also be 1 naira to $1? It is possible, because we have the resources, we have everything it takes to get to that level. But bad governance, bad leadership, how do you expect the economy of a nation to improve when people that are put in power, in positions, is either by tribal sentiment, even though the person is not qualified to be there? He is my brother, therefore he can become MD of a place that is not qualified to run. You can't do these things the wrong way and expect a different result. Nigeria economy as it stands, compared to standard, is a mess. And this is attributable to one, top on the list, bad leadership. People who have no clue. People who employ others for the sake of what? Either tribal sentiments or religious affiliations.
So having people who are not competent
people are not
to
competent.
do the job.
You just bring them and say because it's one of your own. That is one of the problems we are facing in Nigerian leadership. And that would definitely affect the economy. Okay, let me give you another example. Our children have been, students have been home.
They are back to school.
They are back to school. They were home for about 8 months plus, right?
The strike have been called off.
The strike have been called off, but these people were home for about 8 months. And the strike was suspended, not ended.
Okay.
They may go back soon. It's just suspension.
So let's just hope they are not going back.
Yes, we hope so. But you see, we are looking at the future of our country. The economy is going to get even worse if certain steps are not taken by our leaders. How do you keep children at home for 9 months? Bring them back to school to come and start from where? The lecturers we are talking about, they still have not settled the lecturers. The 8 months salary that they are owing the lecturers, they are not even willing to pay as I speak to you. Okay. People have borrowed money to sustain themselves during the strike. Now you are telling them to go back. What about transfer money to fuel their vehicle to drive to school to go and teach? You have not given them anything. These children will graduate and these children will be sent into labor market. Do you expect people like that to help and improve our economy? It's almost a no. This is just one of the things that affects our economy. So
you've mentioned some of the problems. So I would like us to get solution, but just hold that on the one hand.
Yes.
I'll come back to you. But let's get to you, Jerry Brown. One of the candidates recently said that he was calling on his counterparts to suspend their campaigns, owing to the fact that some part of the country has been ravaged by flooding. So he said they should just hold on and look into those victims and see how to assist them. Do you think that is a good one?
Very meaningless.
Meaningless?
Very, very, very meaningless.
But he's being sympathetic here.
Everybody is sympathetic. Even me.
Is out of sympathy he said that?
Yes, all the whole candidates. We have, according to Dr. 18 presidential candidates.
So you say meaningless?
Very, very. I have reasons.
Please expatiate.
Okay, but first and foremost, before I go into that, there was a pending issue from my brother here that I would love to clear.
I don't know the rivalry between the two of you.
He said when okay, let me just mention name, please.
No.
When a particular candidate now, who was a one-time vice president, when they were leaving office, they cleared every debt. But APC government, they don't take over from them. It's the same PDP. that took over from them. That we had a particular minister did a birthday inside an aeroplane. A particular minister spent millions on jewelries. In that same government, the same political party that people are talking about. Okay, we'll come to that.
Honorable Jerry Brown,
Yes.
if you're trying to throw shade, in this present administration, we've seen a senior public office holder
Yes.
midway with over 100 billion.
Okay, where is he now?
We've had so many cases
Where is he now?
of corruption
Where is he now?
and mismanagement of public funds.
I'm coming, sir. I'm coming, sir. When you are talking about bad governance, this is a government. This is a house. I'm leaving this house tomorrow. I built this house. The foundation is not strong. When I come in, it must collapse. That's what the present administration are experiencing.
So the present administration met a collapsed government.
Lapses on
That's
ground.
what you're saying.
Lapses on ground.
Okay.
Lapses on ground. Let me go straight to your question. Yeah, for
You said it's meaningless, and that's a concern to me
yeah,
now.
very. When the flood is ravaging some areas in the country, a particular governor from Niger Delta was in Lagos a few days ago, but flood took over some of his villages and local government. But he have settled them. He gave them what we survive the people and what we bring back their various homes. But going there to stop his traveling to Lagos will not stop anything. Fine, stopping campaign, or I'm traveling tomorrow as a presidential candidate, I will not travel again because flood. My staying there will not do anything. I'm coming. If you want to,
you still have the floor. You have the floor.
If you want to sympathize with the people that are suffering for the flood menace, yes, you can do a press conference. My people from Kogi State, my name is this. I'm the presidential candidate of so party. Sorry, we had what happened. I've sent my aides to do this, to support. Keep on quiet. Those social media activities.
He wasn't imposing it on them.
No.
He just said that they should try and sympathize with these people and visit them.
He was saying need for the social media peanut payers to take it up and use that to. Bro, this time,
yeah, bro.
This time, such. Nobody will listen to such again. People are wise. We know what is happening.
Okay.
People are doing this presidential campaign to make money. People are making money with this 2023 election. Some candidates' account is filled with billions. We know the business they are doing. We know the business, but the truth still remain. If I served Student Union executive in AAU,
it's obvious.
Those days,
it's obvious.
If I'm opportune to go into an elective position now,
which you are going to do,
by the grace of God, I know what I will do.
Knowing that you like shaking tables.
I know the problem. I know the problem facing Igwebe local government now.
Okay.
For
me now, this seems like campaign. This looks like future campaign.
No.
This looks like future campaign on the Jerry. It looks like future campaign to me.
I'm trying to make a reference of something that if you were once an executive governor and when you left the office after 8 years, your state was still in a state of partial mercuria. Your state was still in a state of regularity. That means you cannot lead the election.
Okay, but I think we have another version of Patrick here now. But however, you are just taking us.
Doing business.
You are taking us through the wind. We are yet to get a definite answer from you. You said it's meaningless. What that person said.
Yes.
We just wanted to clarify.
Why I said it's meaningless.
Yes.
If you want to sympathize with the people of Kogi, people of River, I guess Ilushi is a census artist. Flood affected some areas. If you want to sympathize with them, you can do a press conference
without visiting them.
Okay, peradventure, flood ravages like 23 states. Are you going to visit them around? Or ravaging almost 200 something local government? Are you going to? It's not possible. My brother, me and you know this is social media activities.
Okay, I don't know, but it's okay. I'm going to get to you. Honorable, I just wanted to hold that question on one hand, or we are going to look at some of the solution to the economic meltdown and how to get over it. But Honorable Victor, quickly, you want to respond to that?
Yeah.
But before you respond, this candidate actually said that they used millions of naira to buy their tickets. And so he feels that if we can spend XYZ on ticket, we can also give out so-called to these people?
Yeah, firstly, because of this Emilokan CG.
Well, we'll take that down, please. Let's
Okay,
not
I'm
do
sorry.
that.
Okay.
All right.
Because of this, it's my turn belief. You see, some people, they don't really have passion for the nation they want to govern. How can you be campaigning, to the people you want to govern who are displaced because of flood? Now, this is an election that is coming up next year. So, are you telling me that because of your campaign, you don't want to sympathize with people who lost their valuable properties because of politics? Politics will come and go, but we are the one living in this country, my brother. We don't have to play politics with what is happening in Nigeria today. Some days ago, the one governor of a state, he came out openly and he was crying that the federal government should assist his state. A state that have about 8 to 9 states, flood has taken over
8 to 9 local governments.
8 to 9 local government. Flood has taken over 4 local governments. So what are we talking about? We don't have to play that kind of politics at this time. This is not what Nigeria need now. If we are saying we need a better Nigeria in all ramifications, whether from party A, party B, party C, we all should be looking towards one direction. That direction is how can we improve the life of Nigerians. We have over 200 million people living in Nigeria. But as I'm speaking to you, over 40 million, they are living in abject poverty. Because of this lack of I don't care. Because people who are governing us, basically, they are not qualified, they don't have the capacity, they don't have the capability. But some are being imposed on their people.
Okay.
Just like what the doctor was saying today, I quite agree with him. Because if we must tell ourselves the truth, what Nigeria need now is who can unify the nation, who can build the nation, whether you are Muslim, you are Christian, you are a pagan. A president who will know what it takes, to preside over the affair of the nation.
Okay. All right. I'll get to you, but we are wrapping up now because in a moment the second segment will kickstart. Dr. Osaro, how do we now come out of this serious economic meltdown? Like you said, bad governance. Yeah. And what other ways do you think we can come out of it? Then secondly, I have 2 questions for you. We've seen youth being involved in politics massively. Can it really count in the next election? Because people feel some of these youth are just wasting their time, and some feel they are just it's just youthful, should I call it, they just want to feel among. Most of them don't have their PVC. So do you think their involvement in the political space will make any meaningful results?
Thank you very much for that question. Before I will go to your question, but I just want to respond to 1 or 2 things that came filtered through my ear.
Please, 10 seconds.
Yes, please. You see, saying that the foundation is faulty and you build a house, when you come in, it drops. I don't like hearing things like that, because
but that is his opinion.
When you were coming in, one of the promises you made to us is that you are coming to solve these problems. That means you are aware that there's a faulty foundation, and you have promised the people that if you vote me in, this is what I will do. Then you are now there. Things are not working the way you promised, and then you are giving excuses that the foundation is faulty, you inherited this, you inherited that. But during the campaign, you should know that you inherited these things, and you promised so you can solve the problems. But you failed. That's one. Number 2, it's very insensitive and inhumane for anybody to see what has happened in those flooded areas to say going there to visit them is unnecessary.
It is his own opinion. That's what he feels.
I get it. I'm also expressing my own opinion.
Okay.
I'm also expressing.
But in a way, you are
expressing
throwing shades now.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. But you have feelings for people. Visiting them is different from just talking over the phone or sending, it's part of it. You can send message,
relief
materials, but you can visit them. There's nothing wrong with visiting these people. Identify with them, with their problem. Because if you do not identify with people's problem, you can never be inspired to help them. Inspiration to solve their problem will not come. That's number 2. So, coming to your question, the problem with the solution to economic issues, they are diverse. If we can elect the right leader, that depends on you and me. 2, the problem of insecurity, a leader that can solve insecurity, because where there is insecurity, trade cannot happen. Take for instance, the things that come from the north, produce from the north, can't get to south because of insecurity.
Like we used to have there.
Yes, because of insecurity. Goods cannot get to where they can be sold. They are produced in the north to bring to the south where they can be consumed and money will go back to the north. No way.
When it's vice versa.
Definitely will destroy any country's economy, first of all. So if that problem can be solved, if a candidate, if we vote the person that can solve that problem, then we'll move from what? Consumption to production. That's one. Number 2, that's just for insecurity, because there are other things. Number 2, let me take this flooding issue for instance. It's already affecting Nigeria's economy, and the effect will be seen soon. It's already been seen as we speak. Now let's take this flooding issue. You must tackle problem from the beginning. You must be proactive as a leader. What is causing the flood? The dam from Cameroon have to be what? Discharged because it's overflowing. Are you getting it? When they discharge this flood from Cameroon, this dam from Cameroon, every once in 10 years, we are going to experience things like this. So if as a government you know that there's a dam like that will be released, the content will be released once in every 10 years, and this is the problem that will emanate from it. There was a solution provided. A counter dam in Nigeria that can counter the effect of the dam in Cameroon. But this was not done. It was the dam, the building of the dam started at what in 1988, I'm not too sure. Till now, it has not been completed. Therefore, the flooding issue, we experience it today because leaders are not proactive.
Okay.
Number 3, the level of corruption. If corruption can be tackled, I believe many of these problems will just come into place.
So now let's quickly go straight to the involvement of having youth participate in the election. Will it have any impact?
Definitely to have impact. I'll tell you, statistics have it that Nigerian population is over 200 million, and 70% of these are youth. The youth before now were not so much interested in politics. Check your statistics, you will see it. Few youths are interested in politics. Majority of the others are not interested. Now, as we speak today, many of these youths have gone to register. They have gone to obtain. They are registered, and they are waiting to collect. Some that are already due are going one after the other to pick up their voters card. And if that is the case, you will definitely know that there's an additional millions of voters that have been added to the bank. The question now is, these additional millions of voters, who do they have in mind? What triggered their enthusiasm? What triggered their interest to go and register and pick up their vote?
All right, now, Honorable Jerry Brown, I just have a question quickly for you. You said it's meaningless to visit those people affected by the flooding. Let's say you actually said you have interest in politics in the future. So peradventure you were campaigning and your direct constituency was affected and family members were affected by the flood. Will you still go ahead campaigning?
Thank you very much.
Won't you visit your family?
Thank you
to
very
sympathize
much.
with them?
Thank you very much. My word meaningless was directed to the social media's activities during the visitation.
Okay.
If you want to visit, Do you know one of the presidential candidates have visited Kogi without no pressman? He met with the governor, Yahaya Bello, then they did the needful. The social media activities, that was what I said. It is very, very, I'm still saying it categorically. It was not.
So you are saying social media is to blow this out of proportion?
Yes, one, and secondly, yes.
Okay.
When I'm campaigning, then I saw, God forbid, flood took over some part of where I'm going to. I will not suspend my campaign, but I will run to the flooding area first to tell them, okay, this is what's the solution. We have Ojon Wiles, we have elders, we have the councillors, the council chairman. What's the solution? This is my impact to this.
All right, thank you.
But my campaigns will still continue.
Thank you. So, gentlemen, I'm sorry, we are going to pause here. Honorable Victor, we're so sorry we are out of time. I would still like to have you guys again. Shortly from now, we are going to meet again and tidy it up. All right, we're going to take a short pause now. Famous Hour is standing by. Take us through the next segment. Don't go nowhere.